Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Daniel with Sales Remastered. You're going to join me on a quick 5-minute tour. This episode will definitely be worth your time. And I think I've just had an epiphany that is going to put an answer as to why, sales has evolved and just the climate of sales in itself has changed a lot. And I think that a lot of sales individuals who've only been doing sales, whether it's been a couple years or maybe even 5, 7, somewhere under 10 years, and within their niche, and with technology, of course, advancing, and I talk about this a lot in the content. It's definitely changed the way that we as humans communicate, but it's also changed the way consumers receive communication from our competitors. And so I think it's become more relevant now with the reasons as to why most sales representatives either have a hard time hitting their average or hitting quota, and sometimes just downright even missing quota. Like they're struggling. They can't figure out how to turn that switch, that one minor tweak, and some of you watching right now might be there. You're putting in all the work, you're hustling, you're making all the moves, you believe you're making the right moves, and you just feel like a hamster on a wheel, just spinning and spinning. And deep down in your heart that once you make that small adjustment, it's going to be waterfall of business, revenue, deals, referrals. And I want to tell you from experience that will definitely happen as long as you're being persistent and you're practicing what you preach, and of course what you hear here on Sales Remastered. And so I want to tell you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Keep doing you, keep hustling. But that one tweak, oddly enough, it's actually you. It's your perception of what you actually view your job as, right? So you could possibly have this image or this fear inside your head that whether you're going to get rejected, or how you look, or how you sound, or you're constantly thinking of everything but bringing value to your prospect, and or even yourself, right? And so whether the confidence is not there because you are intimidated by your surroundings, or you don't have the fancy car yet, or you don't have the fancy clothes yet. And to be honest with you, everyone that you admire right now who has all these nice things that you want to achieve, understand that they started exactly where you were, and their answer and what separates them from the normal crowd. And when I say them, I'm talking about the top producers, the legends on your floor, right? The one that command the most respect, the one that gets preferential treatment, the ones that get the red carpet treatment wherever they go. They always get acknowledged, all the good stuff. What their secret is that when they're in your position, in your seat right now, where you're just trying to figure it out, the only thing that they did is just not care. They didn't care. They weren't worried about tripping or getting bumps and bruises along the way. They weren't worried about making mistakes. They weren't worried about having questions that they'll then have to communicate to their manager or the person next to them, and they don't want to talk to the person next to them. So they didn't worry about using the resources and looking dumb if they're using it in an incorrect way. And I think that the lesson here in this episode, and so again, I told you it's a real short episode, is that if you're in sales, regardless of what tenure you're in, whether you're a beginner or you're a seasoned veteran, the bottom line is just don't care. If you're concerned about how you look or how you sound to your prospect, understand that prospect's never met you. They don't know anything about you. They don't know what you're wearing. They don't know your characteristic. All they care about is what's for them. And so the message here is that when you go about sales, just flip it. Just go in, just not caring. Throw yourself in the awkwardness. And after you do it so many times, where you're not concerned about your dress code, or you're not concerned about what other people think about you, you're not concerned about other things that are irrelevant to that sales conversation, then you'll actually be focused, and then your prospect realizes that you're focused. Not only that, but you're confident because you've been doing it so many times that you're not worried about the little stuff that's stopping you right now. So I hope that makes sense. If it does, please consider subscribing. Again, you can find Sales Remastered not only on YouTube but also Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and there will be a website and a blog coming out in August. And man, there's just a bunch of great content that I believe my experience, and I've been in this for over 20 years now, of both face-to-face and phone sales, and I've seen the evolvement. Not only that, but I've studied my craft. I've studied ever since I came in. Like, I didn't go to a 2-year or 4-year college, but I've been studying my craft for 20 years. So I'm an ongoing student, and I believe I'm at a point where I can genuinely share some great information that will help you. And if you could take any of this information that you learn on here, or any other video, or any other the content, any other platform that you find Sales Remastered on, and you could take that content and make your job easier, take the grind out of your sales, put you back on track, give you that one boost, give you that, that one piece of momentum to light the fire under you to get back into the game and build your momentum. And we all need it at some point. You can fly so high, and then at some point you might go through a dip, and it's just human. Your body kind of shuts down, your mindset shuts down, you get comfortable. Well, now is what the challenge is how can you get out of that comfort zone? How can you make it to a point where you can command it at will, where you can just be just hyper focused, with the ability and the tenure and the experience to just kind of turn it on like a light switch? Well, I'll show you how. Follow Sales Remastered on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and keep an eye out for the website. I appreciate the support, and I hope this helps. I'll see you guys later.